Welcome back to part 16 of Pokémon Legends ZA on original hardware. We still need to finish off Wild Zone 16, and for that, we need to either get very lucky finding a... what is it now? Ooh! Staryu's in here! We've already caught Staryu, but yeah. That was it. We need to get very lucky finding a Florges in the area, or what we could do is just evolve a Floette. It just works like that. But yeah, it's been a while since we've played the game. I just kind of didn't have time to record 2 weeks ago, so that's why I ended up missing out on it. Otherwise there would have been one. No, I did not want to climb the building. Right. So, to evolve Floette, we need a shiny stone. That's the wrong kind of stone. Oh, my laptop fan's going, I'm not sure why. Okay, I need to check my bag. See if I've got a stone anywhere. Evolution items, here we go. Is this it? Yep, this is it. There's the shiny stone. So, what we can do... not there. What we can do is just find a Floette somewhere in here. It's probably going to be quite early. I don't entirely... oh, there's one. We've got two Flabébés there. Oh, never mind. Yeah, those are Flabébés. They're not Floettes. We may need to level those up if we do not have any Floettes. Oh, there's one. Cool. Right, just stick that on our team temporarily and make sure to use the shiny stone on Floette. And there we go, that should be Wild Zone 16 done. And that's the last Wild Zone we need, well, Wild Zone we needed to do. So we now have an orange Florges. I think that's the orange. Is it orange or yellow? I think it's orange. That is very much orange. Right, okay, so now, yep, Wild Zone 16 is complete. And what we can do now is just progress the story, because there isn't really much else for us to do. There is completing the Pokédex, but I just want to get the story done. I've heard we're quite close to the end, and I have had the end spoiled to me because of other YouTube videos. Well, we managed to save another bunch of Pokemon from Rogue Mega Evolution. As usual, it was largely thanks to your efforts. In fact, you really outdid yourself this time. I'm so glad we've got you on Team MZ. Hey, AZ, can I ask you something? Yes, what is it, my young friend? You keep saying we need to find the strongest Mega Evolution user, but how do we determine that? Like, how do we know which trainer's actually the strongest? That is up to Floette to decide. How do you mean? I mean that it will require the greatest of Mega Evolution users to handle Floette's true power. For the moment, let us simply be glad that you all continue to succeed in calming rogue Pokemon. But do we know how Floette would even decide who's the strongest? Maybe it's got to be a Pokemon trainer that Floette thinks she could rely on. Well, that must be Luke. Says who? I don't think we've met that one. So it's finally time. You're closing in on rank A now, the very top of the ZA Royale. Just one question. Who the heck is Grisham? Does anyone know? Odd that they've made it to rank B, but managed to keep their face secret. Some folks prefer not to show their face in the profile photo. They want to keep their daily lives and their ZA Royale activities separate. Some people register under pseudonyms or nicknames too. That's true, but still, how are you supposed to find them to have your promotion match? You'll have to wait for them to find you, I guess. And risk things getting worse with Prison Tower? No way. We can't just sit back and wait. I have a feeling he wouldn't just offer us someone's personal information like that. Maybe Emma could help, though. Let's head to the Looker Bureau, Luke, and try to find out more about this Grisham. It looks like the competition to see who hits rank A first has begun. Who joins the ZA Royale under a false name? There are some strange people out there. The strongest Mega Evolution user. Another role I should have fulfilled and yet failed to. So... Oh, I have a reward that I can claim. So I can get Nasty Plot. Solar Beam could be good. Oh, looks like they've got those three together. That's cool. And then Blizzard immediately afterwards. But we're getting somewhat close to the end of this. The requests are... Okay, there's 4 more there. So we need 2 more Mega Evolutions. And then it's just catching a bunch of stuff, I think. What other tasks were there? Oh yeah, evolving Pokemon. We need 4 more there. Evolving with items. Relaxing at cafes I haven't even started. Suppose I'll have to do those a lot later. Just kind of in my own time, once we've beaten the game. What was that sound? I heard a sound, but I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it was the menu or a shiny sound or something else, because we've only heard the shiny sound once this entire game, and it was for this. Ooh, sun's getting low. Cool. Also, I need to swap out you. Back to Tyranitar, because you're actually the correct level for my team. We Thunderbolt this one, it may... Yep, it goes to the others. Right, good. Oh, that was a critical hit. Cool. I suppose we should tackle the ZA Royale, because I don't entirely know how many points I have for the next rank. What I could do is just progress the story, and then I think it shows up with how many points we need to actually get the promotion match going. So once we're here, we might be able to find our next opponent. If this is about your case, I've narrowed down the list of likely candidates by looking at people who came to Lumios within the last few years. Thanks, Emma, but there's actually another missing person we're here for today. Another missing person? Alright, let's hear it. We need to find Luke's opponent for his next promotion match. Do you have a name? Grisham. Grisham. I know the name. One of the top-ranked trainers in the ZA Royale, or so I've heard. I can give you the information you need, but this knowledge could potentially put you in danger. Do you still want to know? I figured you'd say that. Okay, I know what to do. If you beat me in a battle, I'll tell you what I know. Come on, let's head outside. Wait, no, I kinda know at least one of Emma's Pokemon. And it's the Ampharos. That can Mega Evolve. She showed that off a long time ago now. We have our own. Suppose we'll lead with our Ampharos. The detective work means she's too busy for the ZA Royale, but she'd be in the top ranks for sure. Are you ready to battle me? I'll be using Pokemon that were given to me by a man who played an important role in my life. Malamar, everyone, let's go. Okay, so Malamar's up first. Going Ampharos was a good idea because we have a fairy move. Oh, never mind, Ampharos is first. Huh, I was under the impression that Malamar would be first since she's mentioned that by name. Earthquake. Sand Tomb there. And then Mega Evolve. We can build up another Mega Evolution later in the battle. More wild. Okay. We are at a bit of a disadvantage here, but we have Earthquake. Wow, that was a quick knockout. Also, only 5 Pokemon at this point of the game. That's a bit of a surprise. Right, use Sand Tomb, then Crunch. Lucario, Sand Tomb's going to put in some work here. Earthquake. Malamar, there we go. Okay, Psychic Dark. Oh yeah, Mega Malamar. We haven't seen that all game. So that's why she mentioned Malamar. I was expecting, what's his name? Ampharos to be, the Mega Evolution for this battle. Oops, wrong move. Tyranitar's gone down, but we win. Sand Tomb's great. I do like the moves that actually deal damage over time. They are quite nice. Oh yeah, Team Flare. They're the group that caused all that trouble for Kalos 5 years ago, right? Exactly right. Their group was led by a man called, well, named Lysandre. He disappeared 5 years ago, and now he's reappeared calling himself L. He's been spotted around town with a mysterious Pokemon. It seemed suspicious, so I decided to investigate them, not for a client, just for me. But everything I've uncovered tells me that L hasn't been doing anything sinister at all. In fact, he seems to be genuinely trying to help to save Lumiose. So it's not the old guard we've got to worry about here, but rather the new. See, about 5 years ago, I had my own ties to someone who was involved in Team Flare. That's how I heard what I'm about to tell you. Before Team Flare collapsed, they started making moves to ensure they left a legacy. Apparently they tried a few different things, including making the expansion suit that I use. Another one of their efforts involved training up a new generation to carry on their ideals. Grisham was one of the young trainers that Team Flare taught, though it's not clear if Grisham is even a real name or not. And now it seems Grisham is taking part in the ZA Royale, but why? To what end? There's no real saying for sure, not until I do some more digging at least. You know what? I bet Mabel at the Pokemon Research Lab could tell you more about Grisham. Oh yeah, she was a Team Flare admin, I want to say. Sorry, but that's not for me to say. It's up to Mabel to decide how much she wants to share. Thanks for the tip, Emma. I'll do some investigating of my own. You should go to the Pokemon Research Lab and see what Mabel says, Luke. Right, while it's still not night, we can go down to the Pokemon Research Lab. Though we should probably go and do some side quests. Some of those are done really quickly, but there are a lot of them. And at least while we're inside here, the time shouldn't pass. Same with while we're in a battle. We'll go to the director's office, and then we should be able to find Mabel. Yep. That rat, that vile little man. Can't believe that mare. It's not my fault we have to keep getting more wild zones. And it's not even like I can tell him off, not when he knows I'm basically at his mercy. But that doesn't mean I should get worked into the ground. I'm acting director of this place. Are you making progress on my research tasks? Grisham, who could that be? Team Flare, it seems you already know more about Gris than I would have thought. Fine, so I used to be part of Team Flare. I don't really mind telling people if they're merely curious, but there are still people today who react badly if they even hear the words Team Flare, you know? So I don't exactly walk around advertising it, but I wouldn't lie about it if I'm asked either. You don't go around advertising it. The gaming chair and laptop have the Team Flare logo. When everything fell apart, I got taken into custody along with the others. But I took a plea deal. So I got made acting director of this lab. Easy to keep tabs on me, and if I'm always stuck here, right? My role in Team Flare also had me looking into Pokemon energy and all, so I don't hate the work. Sorry, I don't mean for the sob story to spill out. You want to know about Grisham, huh? He was part of the younger generation in Team Flare. Everyone called him Gris. It means grey, like the colour of ashes. He was pretty strong when it came to Pokemon battles, not that he got much chance to show off that skill all the time, well, at the time. I honestly don't know what he might be thinking now, joining the ZA Royale, but if you've really got to know, you might want to try out the Nouveau Cafe over in Centrico Plaza. You'll find out when you go, won't you? Sheesh, kid. Don't take all the mystery and fun out of life. You're about to walk into a pretty sticky situation, but I'll be there to help when the time comes. And don't forget, I still want you to keep up the research work too. We're currently level 38 on the research, so we're doing pretty well. Back to the lobby. We just need to get out of here now. Check out that cafe. That is, if we have enough points to make it to rank A. And if Night doesn't jump scare us as soon as we leave the building, we're fine for a little bit. Yeah, this also has Team Flare logos on it, so it's not like they're trying to hide it. The only good thing we've got to offer is our location. You here for another nasty drink? If you'd like to order something, please speak to the young lady there. Oh, isn't this entertaining? It looks like you managed to find your next opponent. The quiet master of Centrico Plaza's famed Nouveau Cafe truck is indeed just a front. The truth is, I'm one of the top-ranked trainers in the ZA Royale, the foremost trainer in rank B, and the boss of Team Flare Nouveau. Yes, you've found me, Grisham, at your service. I've got my own goals to achieve, goals that have brought me to the ZA Royale, which is why I cannot let you defeat me. I suppose this still makes a little sense to you. Oh, this still makes little sense to you, however. Shall I explain the whole thing? Grisham, you know this kid is with AZ. There's no point even trying to explain it all to someone on AZ's side. This is Grizel, one of my comrades in Team Flare Nouveau. Nouveau? I can't really pronounce stuff like that in French. I took Spanish as a class in school, and actually I did take French a little bit as well, but that was back in primary school, so... it would have been a long time ago now. Over a decade. Well, let's just take this kid down right here, right now, while we've got the chance. Grizel, please do calm yourself. Nouveau Cafe is here to offer comfort to the masses. It's no place to start a commotion. Fine, I sent you a location. If you care at all about knowing the truth, go there and wait. We'll close up shop, then head over. If you'd be so kind, please check your map and find your own way. We'll meet you there. Night still isn't here, so there. Also, one of our Pokemon is actually fainted, so we should probably go and visit a Pokemon Center for that. Yeah. I was going to bring out Victor just to battle the Malamar. I know it's weak to its psychic moves, but Victor has Leech Life. It's 4 times super effective against Malamar. Also... Oh! Okay, yeah, so the taxis can actually take you to locations that you've not been to. I spotted that in the hints. These ones. But yeah, let's heal up. And then we can move on. Right, okay, so it's over there. That should be an easy street to get to. Yep, right here. Oh, this must be Lysandre's old cafe. So they did always have a tie to... Yeah, I played Y. Look at you, waiting like a good little boy. I imagine you must be asking yourself why we would want to meet at such a spot. This is Lysandre Cafe. was a very important place for anyone in Team Flare, though now it is an empty storefront. No one has any desire to rent a location so closely associated with such a disreputable group. And since no one wants it, we've taken the liberty of continuing to use it as a base for Team Flare. Or, more rightly, for Team Flare Nouveau. You do know about Team Flare, don't you? What could an outsider like you know about what Team Flare really was? Grisham, this kid is our enemy. He's nothing but an obstacle to all of the goals we hope to achieve for Team Flare Nouveau. There's no point in trying to explain everything to someone like this. Let's just get rid of him. The world has not been kind or forgiving towards those of us who were a part of Team Flare. I'm afraid it's all too understandable, sad though it is, that some harden their hearts in response, like Grizel here has done. Also, are those M dashes? My apologies. I'm afraid there's simply no stopping Grizel once she's set on a course of action. Though it will mean revealing your battle tactics to me before a promotion match, I must ask, please, won't you grant Grizel the battle she desires? I suppose we should. We have to get the story going. Although starting out with my grass type probably isn't my best move. Given that Team Flare uses a lot of fire types. Hence the name. Oh yeah, this is even worse. We got a flying type too. Right, what I can do with Victor is Toxic immediately. Then switch out to Tyranitar and use Rock Blast. Where do you go? There you are. Stop teleporting. Camerupt. Okay. You are weak to water, so we bring in our water type and use Liquidation. Next one, Aerodactyl. Still weak to water, no 4x weaknesses though. Ice Fang's pretty good though. I'm paralysed now, so that could be a bit of an issue. Metagross, okay. That's different. Fire Spin, and then Flamethrower. Pyro. Into the flames there. Never mind, that's gone. Oh, and now we've got Mega Pyro. Switch out. Earthquake. And Rock Blast. Good. So we can deal with them. I lost. My Pokemon lost. That was well fought. I expected nothing less from Team MZ's new ace, the one who seeks to save Lumiose City. I'd say it's time for a little coffee break. Voila! One Ember Roast, our signature drink at Nouveau Cafe. Oh! Nice! Free heal! That should have perked up the Pokemon who battled for us as well. Now that we're feeling refreshed, allow me to teach you about the true history of Team Flare, and what it is we hope to accomplish. Please join us inside. So they still have the key to the old building. That or it's just unlocked, but that doesn't seem right. They probably just still have a key. The fiery red of Lysandre's burning passion. This is what fills this Lysandre Cafe. And here, in this place, I'd like to explain to you why I chose to battle in the ZA Royale. Shall we begin with Team Flare? You see, the group known as Team Flare provided a place for people to come together and help one another, all to achieve a more beautiful world. However, our leader, a man named Lysandre, grew disillusioned with humanity over time. Fearing what the future might bring, he set his sights on a new goal of his own, to reduce the number of people in the world. In the end, Lysandre made a truly foolish choice. He chose to use the ultimate weapon. Do you know what the ultimate weapon, which nearly burned... Oh, do you know about the ultimate weapon, which nearly burned the Kalos region off the map? That weapon was AZ's creation. You may only see AZ as the kindly figure who has provided you with a place to call home. But if he had never built something so horrifying as that ultimate weapon, then Lysandre would have never been driven to such madness, and we in Team Flare wouldn't have become society's outcasts. And now it appears AZ is out to save Lumios, relying on the support of your Team MZ. Honestly, it's laughable. My apologies. I imagine you don't know how to respond to such an unexpected outpouring. And of course, you might not even believe a word that I've said. That is why I invite you, Luke, to witness the truth yourself. You'll see. Open salami. Beyond that door lies the former Lysandre Labs. It was a facility used for research in the days when Team Flare was still active, and it was down there that we learned AZ's secrets for ourselves. That is where we learned of the terrible weapon that AZ created. You must see the truth with your own eyes if you are to fully understand how awful it is. Lysandre Labs was designed to be a labyrinth. And of course, plenty of wild Pokémon have taken over the place since it was abandoned. You might be done in before you ever get to see the truth for yourself. Okay. If there's wild Pokémon down there, I suppose there may be some new ones to catch. Some of the tech still works down here. That's crazy. I figured enough time had passed for you to have gotten yourself into some trouble. Let me guess, you're down in Lysandre Labs. If so, there should be an elevator right in front of you. See it? You'll need to find an elevator key. There should be one lying around there somewhere. So, there is a teleporter here. Oh, never mind. The warp panel's inactive. Yeah, it needs to go pretty much to the wall. Well, almost to the wall. Oh, items. Okay, there are items in here, and we can actually see an overhead view of the map. That could be useful. Oh, hello, Houndoom. We haven't caught a Houndoom yet. There was that alpha one, but it was a little too strong. We'll use an Ultra Ball. Yep, nice. That's another one registered. None of the warp tiles are going to be working. But this seems important. Oh, I guess it was just on emergency power. And all of the teleporters should be working again. Yep, the warp panels are working. The lights are back on, and the nearby warp panels should work now. I think we can get around a bit without them. Not sure how far, though. Okay, we can look at the entire thing. Looks like there's a one-way panel there. Oh, right. So there are 4 warp panels lit up in this section. So we do need to use them. Right. Okay, so if we use this one, where does it lead? To the secret room? Yes. Right. That's a dawnstone and a tiny mushroom. Ooh. Huh. This place is falling apart. So going over here should bring me to the new place. Yeah. It was 50-50. Well, before the first one that I went through. Oh, right, yes, this is a one-way thing. Right, so we can get back very easily. Lab keycard, where? Manectric, okay. You are another Pokemon we haven't caught yet. Another Ultra Ball. It broke out. Right, so now we know there's a Manectric down here. That's 2 Pokemon that can Mega Evolve. Ooh. Okay, so if we can somehow respawn that Pokemon, we should be good. But this keycard... Yeah, I don't know if it's going to respawn if we leave the area and come back. Because I'm pretty sure it takes us like 15 minutes for it to... Huh? Okay, we needed the keycard for this door. Not the one that's very clearly marked as the next point of interest. This isn't supposed to be a puzzle game. Noivern. We've already caught a Noivern. Rock Blast. I can try and catch another one, though. We've seen a Noivern out in the wild. But just catching extra stuff is good. Right, so we need to find the power unit for in here. Also, there's an extra Houndoom surrounded by Houndour. Oh, with a Houndour. Just one. Cool. Not too many, then. You're going down. I'll use a Pokeball for you. Not you. Then Earthquake. Then just use another Ultra Ball. Cool. It's another Dark type. Oh, we got our Ultra Ball back. Nice. Oh, I'm guessing that's another one-way thing. It being a hole in the wall. No, we can't even get up there. That's just a hole in the wall for the fun of it, I guess. Or just decoration. Probably just decoration. Right, power's been turned on for this section. It would be nice to see if they have different colours. No, not the Rotom phone. They do not have different colours. Right, so this panel's on, but this is a one-way thing here, so we can't get there. But if we go back to here, should lead us to there. Right. So this is just a one-way path. That we can go down. So this is one that's just been turned on. Ooh, rare candy, nice. Right, we're very close to where we were before, when we turned on the power to this section. This door seemingly can't be opened, but we don't need to open it anyway. Oh, right, and we can see which areas are locked. Okay, this is a dead end. Let's head in this way first. Not Metang, Beldum. Okay, you are incredibly difficult to catch. Get out of the... There's multiple. Cool. Set up another sand tube. Get out of the... It's very difficult to catch Beldum. It has the same catch rate as legendaries, so... Yeah, it's going to be tough. We're going to have to come back here a few times in order to try and catch one of them. Unless, of course, we can just catch one elsewhere. Also, wow, you can climb this far up. Oh, I got even further. But it just sends you back down instantly. Yeah, seems like there's an invisible wall up there. Ooh, okay, there's another one of these, another minute trick. Pokeball for you, Earthquake you, and Ultra Ball for you. That's minute trick caught. That's another Pokemon we can use for the Mega Evolutions. Right, we should see which sections this lights up. I don't know if... It's probably just this panel here. But this entire purple section is probably going to light up. Oh, and we need to get back there. Huh. Right, the purple power's back on. Oh, so that's how you can determine whether or not it's... Yeah. The purple ones link to each other, the orange ones link to each other, and the green ones link to each other. But there's an extra warp panel there. Oh, right, and an extra one back there, so there is a fast travel system in the far back that can bring us back to the front. Also, there's that room that we were in earlier, where the floor collapsed. Right, so this one is open, and this is a dead end. Oh, just kind of walked into a pretty feather right there. Got a max revive. Those are at least usable in the overworld. Unlike antidotes and full heals. Right, seems like this is just a very small area that you can't really go anywhere in. Basically just a tunnel. Right, so this is behind the lift. Ekans and Arbok. We've seen Ekans before. I don't know if we've seen an Arbok. And we have not, in fact, seen an Arbok. Oh no, we have seen an Arbok. We've got it registered. I don't think we got an alpha one though. Leech life is really not good. Shouldn't have thrown a Pokeball. Oh, now I just made it angry. Earthquake. Ultra Ball. Cool, that's an Alpha Arbok. Right, so we can leave through this way, but this progresses things. I need to explore the rest of this room, including getting the third lab keycard, which is in fact necessary. Wait. No? No, this way. Yeah, we've not been this way. Oh, right, this is walled off. I really want to break the game. Auto-heal that. Oh, the ceiling. Vines growing from the ceiling. That can only mean we're in one place. Aperture science. Right, another Houndoom. Right. This is a dead end. And the one next to it is also a dead end. Something's seen me in here. There you are. Rock Blast. Ultra Ball. Right, already checked that one. And... ooh, there's a Manectric back here. I don't think we've been back here then. We definitely have not. Broke out, and it's gone. An Aegislash. Surrounded by Honedge. Okay, so we've seen Honedge before, but we haven't seen an Aegislash. Okay, so we can't catch these at all. It just doesn't let us. Oh, we managed to paralyze the Alpha. I didn't think that was possible. Just Earthquake. And then Crunch. We slowed it down enough. Ah, kinda wish you could catch that. The other Alpha in here could be caught, so why not that one? Right, so this should be the lift key. Yep, it is. Right, was there something... yep, something that I missed. A max potion. Cool. A rock. Oh. Huh. Ah, here's the lever we need to pull down. Right, power's back for the entire lab. And we should be able to get there. I wonder if we can catch Beldum at any other point. Ooh, 2 more floors. Okay. So we need to go down to floor the basement 3. But this floor... oh, this is where AZ was kept. Hang on, wasn't there a door here? Or... no, no, it must have been a different floor. B3. Here we go. But where was the... where was Yveltal or Xerneas being kept in here, then? device, the fuel, the legends, and our shared dream. The device that grants life. This device was created 3,000 years in the past. It was originally designed to restore life to a Pokémon that had perished. We have found this ultimate weapon buried in the earth, beneath Geosenge Town. It has been well preserved. We believe we can have it operational with a little work. But we have not yet found the necessary key to activate the weapon. We believe AZ should still possess it. We must find him and capture him without delay. Oh, right, good. It automatically deletes the one that we've just seen. The device that grants life, in fact, grants the deceased life stolen from other Pokémon. This is because the basic function of the device is to distill energy into its purest form, then emit that distilled energy. This emission can take the form of convection, radiation, or conduction. Thus, life can be conducted back into a Pokémon that had lost its own, allowing it to be revived. What then would occur if we were to fuel the device with the energy of a legendary Pokémon? Kalos is said to have two legendary Pokémon, Xerneas, which represents life and rebirth, and Yveltal, representing destruction and death. The power to grant life, and the power to steal life. These are mysterious abilities that even science has not been able to decode. What would happen to the world if we were to use such power to activate the ultimate weapon? Oh, they don't answer that. As the world grows wealthier, the number of Pokémon and people will only continue to grow, and that growth will invite new difficulties. In time, life will fill every corner of the planet, until no more life can be sustained. When there is only one of something, it cannot be shared. When something cannot be shared, it will be fought over. And when something is fought over, some must survive without it. The only way to create a world where people live in beauty, a world without conflict or theft, is to reduce the number of living things. My comrades in Team Flare, the time has come to lead the world toward a more beautiful future. Oh, Zygarde's here. Have you learned the secret of the ultimate weapon? How truly abominable it was. AZ created that weapon. Then, 1,000 years later, he also made a device that now dwells within Prison Tower. Zygarde seemed to wish that I come to this place. I have lost most of my memories, and yet this place does bring back something. What I remember most clearly is AZ. When I spoke with him 5 years ago, through the bars of his cell, I did not know his true intent, but I did learn of the device within Prison Tower. I set my mind on activating both the ultimate weapon and that device. But to activate the device required a certain Pokémon, one particular Floette, and there was no way to know where that Floette could be found. That led me to abandon my plans for the tower's device. But the ultimate weapon could still be activated using the key AZ carried, and so I did. There was an explosion, I remember that much, though I cannot recall the cause of it. Perhaps the weapon was incomplete. I was buried deep in the earth, together with Team Flare's secret base. Zygarde saved me. It worked to protect all living creatures in the area from the light raining down, the deadly light of the ultimate weapon. In doing so, Zygarde exhausted its own power. But at the weapon's activation, the device in Prison Tower awakened as well, sensing danger. Now it has become a threat to Lumios. It could fully lose control at any time. To stop the device and protect this city, Zygarde must regain its true power. It has given me a mission. Sooner or later, the tower will enter a frenzied state similar to Rogue Mega Evolution. The only one who can bring it back under control is AZ's Floette. Yes, we need the Eternal Flower, and a trainer who can draw forth her full power. This is the truth I know, and now you have learned all that those young people waiting in Lysandre Cafe wanted you to learn. Go and speak with Grisham and AZ. Then do what must be done. So we need to get out of here. And I think I'll just go for the hour today. My voice is starting to go. Because I've actually been reading the text. Like I should have been doing this entire game. Especially since there's no voice acting. This isn't Spyro. Oh cool, it brought us right back to the top. Actually that was the lift. Yeah, so of course it would. We can leave, and I do want to check one last thing. And that's whether or not Beldam respawned. So I just needed to unload everything from Lysandre Labs. Right, so Beldam was towards the back. It should be... not this room. Where was it? Beldam was in here. Somewhere. Not back here. I've already lost track of where Beldam was. It was in a little room on its own. I'm not seeing any Pokémon anyway, so perhaps they've not respawned at all. If so, catching another Beldam's going to be a pain. And that's going to be a pain that we're not going to have for a while, it would seem. Perhaps it appears in Wild Zone 20. Right, we can leave. We have no reason to be here. Why is there a... There's a fast travel point. Right there. Why is there a fast travel point inside? Okay, Grisham. Let's have a chat. Did you see Lysandre? To think that he is still alive, and yet he doesn't seem to remember us in the slightest. How could he just forget? It's all because of him that the rest of us... Rizal, there will be time for such things later. And you, Luke, you know the truth of AZ's sins, and so I make this request of you. Get AZ's Floette and give her to me. You must see it by now. With AZ's special Floette, we should be able to keep Prism Tower controlled. Everything we've learned points to that conclusion. We must stop the tower from going on a rampage if we're ever to achieve the kind of beautiful world Team Flare once dreamed of. And if we can be the ones to protect Lumiose, then people will finally see us differently. Do you understand? We were mere children, born to those who chose to join Team Flare. And yet we too became pariahs in the eyes of society when Team Flare was disbanded. But we couldn't just leave Lumiose. This city is our home too, and we love it just as much as everyone else. The only reason Team Flare existed was to make Lumiose better, to make all of Kalos better. At Nouveau Cafe, we've worked hard to provide coffee to those who have little else. And as we've worked there, we've also heard the voices of Lumiose's people. We understand this city better than anyone else. We know its people better than anyone else. So if you really want to face me in battle, you'll need more than just a challenger's ticket. You'll need to be ready to hand over AZ's Floette to me. I must become the strongest Pokemon trainer by battling my way up through the ZA Royale. I must become the strongest Mega Evolution user. Then I will be the one to restrain Prison Tower with AZ's Floette. Go talk with the rest of Team MZ and decide what it is you really ought to do. It is time they all learned of AZ's sins. Now, go back to Hotel Z. It is not in fact time for them to learn the sins of AZ. Because I've been Luke, playing Pokemon Legends ZA on original hardware. Signing out.